that time of year again where Wargaming try and farm everyone's wallets by releasing loot boxes, and today we're going to have a look at 100 loot boxes and of course go through some of the content that you'll be able to receive as part of the Christmas event on World of Tanks and whether it is actually worth spending nearly £1 per box with the chance of being able to get a premium vehicle. And of course there are a few premium vehicles that you can pick up within each of these boxes, and we are looking at the large boxes today. They include a variety of different tanks. Now most of these are brand new vehicles, and in fact most of them except from maybe some of the lower tiers are new vehicles. But we have the GSAW 1010FB, we got the XM66F, which is kind of like this weird American vehicle. Then we've got the Type 63, the Object 752 and the Tiger Mouse, all of which we would love to get. And as in traditional fashion with the loot boxes, you are guaranteed to be able to get a vehicle after said amount of boxes, which is from all intents and purposes 50 boxes. So in order to guarantee yourself one of these premium tanks, it's going to cost you £50, and of course you can't pick which one you want to get, and if you want to be able to get all of them you're going to have to spend 50, 50, 50, 50, 50 and therefore 250 boxes to guarantee that you'll be able to get all 5 of these vehicles, which considering how expensive some of these boxes are, is yeah, rather disgusting. That will cost you just over £260 if you want to pick them up, and that's if you use the top bundle to be able to purchase your boxes. Now obviously that's not the only thing that you can get out of the boxes. You do get the opportunity to get gold, which is one of the biggest things about Christmas loot boxes. Throughout the year you'll be able to basically save up enough of your gold, and therefore you don't really have to buy gold ever throughout the season or the year, and that's basically what I did last year, and it really did save me a ton of time having to grind through a load of tech tree vehicles. But of course it's down to your own financial situation, and I would never recommend going out and spending, you know, £250 to be able to do that for a year, especially considering that, you know, I do videos and stuff like that, so that really helps out in that regard. So jumping into the actual game, this is what you'll be met with. We of course have your traditional Christmas kind of event where you've got your box here, which basically has the commander, which is Vinnie Jones obviously, and then you've got your daily challenges which you complete to be able to unlock different challenges, and then after a while you'll be able to then get certain rewards which give you certain boosts and stuff like that, and discounts and increased XP that you'll be able to receive from all of the stuff that you're seeing here. And as you go through you'll be able to pick up more silver bonuses and stuff like that, which is one of the biggest things about the Christmas event, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of people actually do it as well, is to grind out a ton of credits during the Christmas period, which is a brilliant time considering most people have a lot of time off during this time as well. Now the cat is out of there as well, so this is the Redshire cat. You can get him in here as well, but of course you need to get them in the boxes, and then you've got the headquarters where you get all the different reels which you can see, and then of course you have the dog as well, which is obtainable out of the loot boxes. But other than that, what do you have? Well, you have the village, and as you increase the Christmas tree level you will then see up here that you have like your level requirement. We are halfway in, and so yeah, you'll see the rewards up here. These are the different tiers, and with each tier you get a variety of different rewards. As you go through you'll see that there's loads of different items, mainly crew books and crew related items, and as you go through you'll find yourself with a full female crew that you can actually put in some of your tanks, all 100% trained and with Brothers in Arms as a 0 perk, so you don't even have to train that, which is always nice, and a little addition to just playing the game. Now you don't have to pay anything for these, but it will take you a long time to be able to do it if you don't pay anything, which is, you know, typical with pay to win games and stuff like that you have, or at least pay to progress games, I guess, when it comes to World of Tanks, the menu stuff anyway. Obviously you get a few more extra bits and stuff like that, but for the most part it's just nice handy rewards that you're going to be able to obtain. And during the kind of different levels you'll get gift token terminals which you can use here, and in the gift like terminal you'll be able to have the chance at being able to get a vehicle. And as far as actual rewards that you'll be able to get out of the terminal, you get things like large repair kits, large med kits, you'll get things like cola, that sort of stuff, rations, blah blah blah. It's all that kind of stuff. Now obviously as you go through the event you'll be able to pick up decorations and you can just basically assign them to your tree. I mean, it's nothing particularly that interesting, and you can see here it just cosmetically changes what the tree looks like. I don't think it's a world breaker here, but yeah, that is basically it. Now it's time for the boxes, because that's probably what you're here for, and we have 100 available so far. Got the intro animation to the boxes, always make it look cool, which is always a plus when you're spending £1.12 or something like that per box. Obviously here you have the actual boxes. We've got 25 of each of the boxes. There is literally no difference between each of the box other than it cosmetically looks slightly different. Obviously, as we said earlier, 50 boxes will guarantee you a premium tank, so we will at least get 2 premium tanks out of these, and we'll see what we can get opening up the first one. And yeah, hoping just really for the gold value that we'll see throughout these. Obviously as you go through you're getting actual material which you can use for the event, and of course a ton of silver, which is nice. And what you really want to see is the items coming up here and a blue flash in the background, because when you see the items going further up here, you know that there is going to be 5 items, which guarantees you a premium tank. Whereas, you know, when you see them kind of appear here, it doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. And so, yeah, here we go. We've got at least a 3D style or something. And yeah, there you go. It's a 3D style, unfortunately. But I guess it's for a decent tank. E75 getting a 3D style, not too bad. And Wargaming charge ridiculous amounts to be able to pick up these these kind of 3D styles, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's a nice one nonetheless. Don't particularly like the look of this one, but yeah, I guess it's a free 3D style and we'll probably use it whenever we play the E75 anyway. But as we continue, we kind of just get silver and gold, and the gold, you know, 250 every single time, 100 boxes, you're guaranteed, I think, what, 25,000 gold, something like that. So yeah, it's okay. And of course, when you consider how much you could buy 25,000 gold for, it's not that different, but you're getting all of the bonuses of the premium tanks and also the additional extras that come alongside, like silver and boosters and that sort of stuff as well, which is great. But obviously, paying so much money for one event is is pretty crazy. But I guess it's down to you whether you actually value it. And as we're going through, you know, picking up 500 gold, not bad, but we really want to be seeing some of the premium tanks, even if they're the low tier premium tanks, because that can boost up how much gold you're going to be able to receive. Because if you've already owned the actual premium tanks, then you can get them again, and therefore, you know, you can get, you know, 1,000 gold from a low tier premium, etc. And that's going to be nice. But you know, that relies on getting lucky in the boxes, which is always great when you're having to rely on RNG on the things that you buy. But yeah, 500 gold, not too bad. And yeah, hopefully we can rattle through these. I guess we could actually do 5 at a time, which might save up some time. But there you go, the Chaffee 594. So it's the first premium tank that we actually have, which is great. And that at least ticks off one of them, and the more we get, the more chance of actually getting better gold value. Obviously, with regards to these loot boxes, if you're purely after gold and you have enough money that you can guarantee that you can get basically all of them, because if you get 250 boxes, for example, which is crazy amount of money, but after then, it's basically every time you get a premium tank is guaranteed gold at the full price of the tank that you get, which is brilliant. And so, yeah, you can save up a ton of gold over time. But yeah, it's just down to you whether you want to spend so much on these boxes. But yeah, so far, nothing too crazy. Guess we can open up 5 at a time, since we're going to be here for ages otherwise. So nothing in the first one, nothing in the second one, nothing in the third one. Brilliant. Oh, and it looks like we got the cat by the apparently. So Redshire cat, I think it is. Which, I mean, I don't know, doesn't really do a whole lot. But you do get some challenges, I believe, off of the cat, so there's that. Obviously jumping up onto the counter, and now cosmetically he's going to be there. I don't really know whether... Okay, wow, I'm so glad I got the red shower cat. So yeah, you get 3 cats assignments, and yeah, that's basically it. Nothing too spectacular there. And then opening up another one, managing to get some of the decorations as well. So might as well open up the final box of the first lot. And there you go. Nothing so far except from 1 premium tank. But of course, after 25 boxes, we were able to pick up 7,750 gold, 21 days of premium time, the red shark cat, and 1 premium vehicle with 2.6 million credits, which is not bad at all. But yeah, we'll rattle through these with the 5 times opens. And there you go. First one, nothing. And then, yeah, nothing. I suppose every single box that you open, by the way, you're seeing £1.10 and 10 pence going and disappearing. So, yeah, it's not fun. Nothing in those, not looking particularly great. We get another skin. Of course, it's for the thing that I will never ever play, which is fantastic. Definitely the skin that we wanted to see. Don't know why they're giving out skins for artillery. We know that they don't need any more helping out in this game. It looks really cool, but yeah, I will never ever be using that one ever. So yeah, guess there's that. And we'll continue. And I'll jump back every time I get something, just so you guys will at least see what we have. So we managed to open this one, which comes with the Vickers 6T, which is a tier 2. Yay, brilliant. Either way, nice to have it in, and as you work through and you get all of the premiums, you can then start getting duplicates, which is what we want to see. Hopefully in 100 we will be able to get all of the like low tier premiums, and then we can kind of go from there and decide what we want to do. Now, of course, the next box is our guaranteed premium, which will be interesting to see which one we can get, but you can get between a tier 8 and a tier 9. So let's open it up, see what we actually get in the game. I don't really have a preference this year as to what we want to see. At least there doesn't seem to be any BZs, if you know what I mean, in the game this year, but you never know. Maybe some of them are secretly cracked and OP. But obviously we'll do videos on each of the tanks that we can actually use, and therefore, you know, you'll get a good idea of what sort of tanks we're going to be able to pick up. But we do get probably my least favorite one to actually get, which is the G-Saw 1010. Yeah, I'm not particularly too fussed on what this tank is, but yeah, it's there. Either way, it's a premium tank, and I can't complain that much. But yeah, I'll join you back in a sec when we get through a couple more boxes, or if anything magical happens. So we did manage to actually pick up the IT3, which is a tier 4, but nothing particularly special there. But another premium tank checked off. We now have got a total of 4, and the more we get, the better. And yeah, so far we can have a quick check of what we got so far. So 17.8 thousand gold, basically 3.2 million credits. We've got 48 days of premium time, which is great, and so far 11,200 resources, and that was out of 56 boxes. So yeah, not particularly awful, but yeah, so far 56 boxes would be equivalent to about £63 or something like that, to be able to get 17,750 gold with 4 premiums. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Not particularly the greatest value in terms of gold to how much you spend, but that comes later as you get more of the premium tanks. So we managed to get another one just a few boxes later, which is the tier 3 A7E3, which is nice. So yeah, 4 boxes later we got another premium tank, meaning that we must be getting close to actually having the majority of these low tier vehicles, which is great. And then we can start getting, you know, 1,000 gold or the equivalent from having all of them, and when we get them again, which I'm assuming we'll probably get maybe 1 duplicate, but we're not really in that range where we're probably going to be able to hit the drop rate that quickly. And so maybe if I was going to spend some more money on some boxes, then yeah, we would be able to get much more. But yeah, I don't know whether we're going to do that this year, since we got a ton of free XP and a ton of premium time and stuff like that already. That, yeah, it just doesn't feel that necessary, but maybe we will. Depends what my buddies want me to do. So yeah, we'll see what we fancy. But of course, let me know what you want me to do. Maybe we can do some more, just as an idea. But yeah, I'll join you back in a sec when we get something else. So we have managed to get something out of this one. Have no idea what it is, but maybe a 3D style. It is in fact the one for the Cobra, which is actually pretty decent. I'm looking forward to this one. This is the Vinnie Jones special one, which is cool, and I'm looking forward to actually trying this one out in the game. It's nice to see that the Cobra gets a skin for once, and there you go. Very, very interesting one. And there you go, 3D style for the Tier 9 Cobra. Nice to have, and probably something that was that's one of the better styles, I guess, from this year. It's brand new, as with the release of Vinnie Jones, but there you go. That's coming up to 75 boxes opened, which is yeah, I mean, pretty crazy. We've not got lucky in terms of any of the getting under drop rate of the premium tanks. We're down to 25 boxes after opening 75. We managed to get 24,000 gold, 4 million credits, 68 days of premium, 5 premium vehicles, and some stars, and then 15,000 total resources as well. So we've managed to get something out of this one. Maybe another 3D star. Yes, it is. And it's for the EBR 105. Yeah, this one, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a hot rod, but it's one of the brand new skins that you can actually get this year, which is nice. But yeah, I don't have the EBR 105 at the minute and don't particularly looking forward to getting it. So yeah, I mean, it will probably sit in the garage for a while until we slowly work our way to probably getting the wheeled light tanks. But yeah, either way, really cool looking skin. Am I going to use it in the near future? Probably not. So yeah, it's what it is. Oh, and literally the very next box, we get something else, which is actually a premium tank. So we got under drop rate on the premium tank. I have no idea what it is. Hopefully it's at least a usable tank. Maybe the Type 63. Don't quite know yet. And it looks like it's the 752, which is not particularly the worst thing in the world. So yeah, I mean, it's nice to have on the account, and I'm certainly not going to complain about a Tier 9 premium tank, which is pretty cool. And of course, it's nice to have it at least under where you would expect to have it. And yeah, another one off of the list, meaning that after 82 boxes, we finally managed to get a tank that wasn't just a base one from 50 boxes. Of course, you could get super lucky and in the first box get a premium tank, but unfortunately we weren't that lucky. And it's unlikely in the next 18 or 17 boxes that we have that we're going to get another premium tank, because of course after you receive a premium, then you end up actually getting your kind of the lead to the next premium tank reset, so you're not going to be able to get another one that quickly. And then we get another tier 5, which is the ARMT, which I believe nearly completes the set of these low tiers, which is great. Nothing in these boxes. I'll join you back in a sec when we come to the next one. Oh, there you go. We have finally completed all of the low tier vehicles. And there you go. 500 gold as compensation for the tier 2, which is not the one that you want to get if you're going to get a duplicate, since it's the cheapest and therefore the lowest gold cost. But it's nice to have that, because now we'll start earning even more gold with every single one, and then we get another one back, so 1,500 gold straight into the bank, which is brilliant. And the more gold that we can get, the better, because we're going to need it for the year. And yeah, maybe we'll decide to do a few more boxes, but it probably won't be as part of a video. This is more of kind of an informative one to show you what you're likely to actually get out of the boxes and see your opinion on what you thought about these boxes in general, because at the end of the day, essentially we're the ones that have to actually buy it, and if we don't see any value in it, then yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. But so far, nothing too special. Join you back again if we manage to get anything else in the next 10 boxes. So we have managed to get something, probably a 3D star, I won't lie, and actually no, it's a premium tank, so that means that we got 3 out of 100, which is very lucky, and I would never recommend opening 100 just for the sake of trying to get 3 tanks, as it's probably not going to happen. We got super lucky with this one, and we end up getting, of course, probably one of the more interesting ones, at least in the game, which is the Type 63. It's the one that I probably wanted the most, as it just looked kind of interesting. Is it going to be the most competitive? Probably not, but it's there and it's kind of cool. And that means that if we were to go ahead and try and get all of the tanks, then yeah, we'd only have to get another 100 boxes to guarantee that we'll get all 5 of these kind of premiums or tier 8s and tier 9s that you can get out of the boxes, which is great. And of course, if you were going for like 250 boxes, for example, you would be able to, you know, potentially get a few earlier, and therefore like the later and later you get, you're going to end up getting duplicates of these vehicles, which of course is going to give you massive amounts of gold. And last year I was able to end up with something like crazy, like 90,000 gold or something ridiculous, because we opened a lot of boxes. But of course that's it. That is all we have in terms of the boxes. But in terms of how much we actually got from these boxes, we picked up 34,500 gold from 100 boxes. We picked up 10 premium vehicles, most of them being low tiers, but of course picking up the Object 752, the GZOR 1010FB and the Type 63. And if you were to, you know, compare it to how much you'd probably spend if you wanted to buy these tanks from the Wargaming store, yeah, you'd probably spend over £100 just to be able to pick up those tanks. So from a standpoint of if you're going to spend 100 and something pounds on the game, this is probably not the worst thing. But remember that you don't get to choose what tanks you actually get out of the loot boxes. It is completely random, and you could end up with 3 vehicles that you don't want and the 2 that you did want out of the boxes remaining hidden. So when you take on these sorts of things, you have to understand that if you are going to open these boxes, that nothing is guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to get anything. You could get really unlucky and end up not actually ever getting a premium tank before 50 boxes, and you certainly wouldn't I would not assume that, you know, because we got 3 premium tanks out of the 100 that is the general case. I think we got very lucky being able to get all 3. And of course getting 2 of them that we did actually want, which is kind of cool. But yeah, 34,500 gold, that is usually in the region of about £80 anyway. So if you compare them in terms of like price to what you actually get, I think the value in terms of like Wargaming standard values of stuff, which is crazy overpriced anyway. But yeah, it is kind of worth opening the boxes when it comes to, if you're going to spend 150 quid on the game and you just want gold and you just want premium tanks that you've never played before and you want some extra bonuses when it comes to the events and stuff like that, this isn't the worst thing in the world. And of course, given that we've got a ton of the kind of stuff from our opening, we're going to be able to put on various different things on our tree if we really wanted to. Got a load of stuff from there, but yeah, nothing spectacular. And yeah, with all of the resources and stuff like that, it's going to help you boost through the event, which is great. But overall, yeah, happy with how it went. A decent 100 boxes to start. And yeah, let me know what you think of the loot boxes. Are they just ridiculously overpriced, as I'm sure most people probably think they are? But yeah, most things on World of Tanks are ridiculously overpriced. At least these give you some extra stuff alongside the really overpriced stuff anyway. But that's kind of my opinion on it. Am I recommending it to people? Probably not. But if you are going to spend money, it's not a bad way to go. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, because every day in December we are going to be producing videos. So yeah, stay tuned for those, and we're going to go really hard in December, and hopefully you join along for the ride. And I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day, and good luck if you do open any of these loot boxes. Then hopefully get as lucky as we did, and I'll see you there. Goodbye.